Yeah.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. You are magic. Oh, the unicorns are here.
One of us has had a little more coffee than the other so far this morning, but we are here
for sure.
And awake.
And awake.
All right, here we go. Stand by.
Here we go.
Program is sponsored by Sue Lundquist.
Welcome to the Gratitude Café, positive radio to feed your soul. Your dynamic host and founder, Sue Lundquist, will bring you her own intuitive talents and gifts for co-creating, healing, and teaching. Her show, The Gratitude Café, positive radio to feed your soul, is
Good morning, America, the UK, Mexico. How's the Pacific Northwest? Benny, you're shaking.
Oh, you're asking me. I don't know. It sounded like you're asking everyone, all of our listeners.
I'm asking you and you're part of that, babe.
All right, that's true.
I'm
getting ready. I'm getting ready. See, that's how ready I am.
Oh, joy. Okay, Halloween.
Gotta vote, people. Vote. It's important.
It's important. Halloween. Benny,
no one cares about Halloween right now. No one cares about Halloween right now. It's not important.
No, you haven't thought about that at all?
No, not really.
Not yet. So
we're not going to really do something. We're going to probably do it, but it's Zoom. It's not the same. So I'm going to have to yield.
No.
Yeah. Benny. I mean, okay. All right. I won it 3 years in a row. Maybe I should give someone else a chance.
That's why I was like, wow, you're going to yield.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everybody. And
hang on. Shift your camera over that way. Jeez. No, there you go. We got to get our girl Jess in there. She's important.
Look, you are magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are magic. So for those of you wondering what in the world is going on, we are also doing this radio show on YouTube live. And you can go to YouTube and just simply 1150 AM KKNW or KKNW 1150 AM. Just put it in the bar, that little top bar thing, and hit search.
Actually, it's 1150 KKNW.com first. You don't put it the other way around because it's not consistent.
So it is 1150.
Yeah, numbers first.
Okay, numbers first. Go to YouTube. Numbers first, 1150 AM if you want to see us in studio.
There you go.
Cheese.
What about you? If it's all about me on Halloween, what about you and the girls?
We girls.
Well, you and your girls.
Well, they're at WSU. They've got their thing.
Not everybody, but not all three of them. Yeah, but not all three of them are there.
No, but I'm not sure. Lex has got something going on with some parties. She's evasive with it all.
Okay, regardless.
They're dressing up. They're going to be doing something.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yes. Now, us two, we're traveling, me and Jess. For those of you, because I have to remember I'm on live radio and then I'm talking to you via Zoom.
So you're getting into character. You're going to be flight attendants or captains.
Oh, I'm a captain.
You said traveling. I kind of just assumed.
I was going to say not captain for me. I like to.
Why not?
I'd like to be a passenger because I don't want to fly the plane. I'm gonna let somebody else fly the plane.
Well, we could pretend.
Yeah, whatever.
We could look hot and cute.
You're like, I'm a first class flyer. That's what I'm gonna
be. Yeah.
Now I got it.
Walk around with a blanket and like a nice first class meal.
Isn't it like the hot towel thing?
But they don't do first class anymore right now. I'm sorry, Benny. What was that?
Oh, the hot towel treatment. I guess they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's international.
That's usually like first class starting.
Oh yeah,
it's champagne on arrival.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I sucked that one down. And I'm like, all right, bring another, please. Yeah. I'm going to sleep. All right, you guys, this is a legit radio show. We are super pumped, super excited. We're taking calls today, just like you saw, Benny. Yes, you're smirking at something. We're going to take calls 1-888-298-5569 and locally 425-373-5527. new perspective, new thoughts, new ideas. It's a new you. And even though that you're going to be calling in or you're just listening to the radio show, there's always a message in what you're hearing. Have the intention, Jess and I are setting the intention that you hear what you need to hear and take away what you need to get from the message. We all have free will. We all have our own choices, and we all take our own responsibilities and accountabilities. You know, that was something that was really coming up for me, because Jess and I were talking last night. We were preparing for the show, and we're like, because we're so intuitive, and we're like, you know what? Let's wait and see what happens after our dream state, because things pop up, that messages that we have to talk about. And the biggest one for me, and I was typing up a memo or something this morning, and it was about, we all have free will. We can take our power back. We have the right to take our power back. Mm-hmm. Taking responsibility and accountability for our own actions, behaviors, choices, whatever it is. If you want to grab for that cup of coffee, grab it, whatever. You know, that sounds silly kind of, but you know where I'm going with this. And yes, we're in a heightened state with voting and the elections and everything going on. Again, big energy of taking your power back, folks. Take responsibility and accountability for your own choices, actions, and behaviors. Again, we are going to take calls today. And if we are just going to chat, we're going to chat, and it's going to be amazing. You can, of course, call in at 1-888-298-5569. Do that now so you can get in the queue, please. And that Benny, and if it keeps ringing, just bear with Benny. He's got 50 other things that are going on. Locally, 425-373-5527. Again, if you want to see us being goofy, and we'll be pulling cards during the commercial break, you can go to YouTube at 1150 AM KKNW. Oh, I'm Sue Lundquist, your humbled host, and this is Miss Jess Bubbico.
Hello.
I really like that name, like a lot.
It's a really good last name.
Super
really
Sue Bubbico.
Yeah. You can take down our last name. We'll adopt you.
Oh, I love it. I just like saying it. Please, Jess, tell everybody who you are.
My name is Jess Bubbico. My business is called Jess the Intuitive. I'm an intuitive medium and educator, and I help people awaken to their gifts and step into the truth of who they are. I would love it, Sue. You can find me at www.jesstheintuitive.com, where I do intuitive readings as well as host many classes. For any of those, any of you who have heard of human design, human design is it's a tool that's here. It's like a personality assessment that helps you to really understand more who you are, understand your gifts, talents, strengths, your purpose, what you came here to do on this planet. So anybody who's interested, I'm going to have an upcoming class in the next couple weeks that will be going over your human design, understanding your purpose, understanding your gifts, and understanding how your intuition speaks to you. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure exactly when that will start, but it's called Being You Fall Camp, and it'll be over a weekend. So if you're interested, you can head over to my website, and you'll see right on there, Human Design Camp, and that's where you can check out all the deets. I would love it, Sue, if we could pull one of those cards like we pulled last week, the one deck on the right, if you're open to it. And I would love to, I really like starting conversation off with that.
Go.
And do you want to pull an animal card too?
Yeah, somebody's going to call in for that animal card. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to shuffle that deck. Okay. So yeah, we're live radio, guys. So if you want to call in, 1-888-298-5569. And of course, you can see us live on YouTube at 1150 AM KKNW. Again, the phone number is 1-888-298-5569. Call in early, my loves. 425-373-5527. It always amazes me and Jess, the theme that pops up.
Yeah.
It is really crazy. I mean, it is. So what?
Oh, so the card
my God.
So for anybody who's watching on YouTube, you can see the card here.
Surrender to your full power. What was I just talking about? Taking your power back.
Yep. Always.
Always.
Your life is calling for you to step in to your full power rather than playing it small. Again, surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. And it's interesting because I noticed, Sue, you printed out the whole Ho'oponopono mantra.
Yes.
I usually find that when I have issues surrendering and stepping into my full power and really coming into who I am and trusting myself, there's usually something that needs to be released and let go of.
Yes.
And we talked last week on the show about how, choosing to step out of relationships, if there's relationships that you need to step out of that are no longer aligned or whatever it may be. But what I find is that love and forgiveness, acceptance, love, and forgiveness are often the remedy and the medicine to allow myself to step into my full power. There's, the way of trying to step into your power through shame and going, why are you playing it small? Like
diminishing
what's
yourself.
Wrong with you? Yeah. Like, why aren't you stepping into your full power? Whatever it may be. There's the way of shaming yourself in order to then step into the truth of who you are, which usually then just kind of keeps you in that spiral and that loop of shame, because you can always find something to continue to shame yourself. Or we were talking about this. You were doing so good with your health this week, and then you ate that brownie last night. Like, what's wrong with you? And then you get set back on your journey. You're better than that, and you know that you can, whatever it may, you can,
whatever the thing is. Yeah. The fear, the doubt, the shame
that comes up,
and talk about the body, because with the fear, the shame, if you've got intestinal issues, stomach issues, that is your body giving you messages. And for some reason, I was supposed to pull this out today too.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to be having that conversation about listening to your body.
Totally.
And going into your full power. Again, that was the topic, and what came up for me is we all have free will. We all have the opportunity to take our power back, whatever that looks like, in an intimate relationship, in a global relationship, and choosing love. So I love that you picked a card.
Yeah. And again, you can shame yourself into healing.
No,
which
I don't
then
want to do that.
continues to pull you back into that shame cycle.
And
or you can
perpetuates it.
find acceptance, love, and forgiveness of self. And so we had talked about this week when we were on a car ride this week, which is the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is what's here is to rectify an error. So if there's something that you've been doing where you've been playing small in your life, you haven't been super taking care of your health, or you've not really been stepping up in your career and your business, or your house is a little bit dirty, or whatever the thing is for yourself, instead of shaming yourself into shifting so that you can be in that full power, start with love and forgiveness, because there's a softening that often happens when we can allow ourselves to accept ourselves and forgive ourselves for whatever we have done in our lives that we're not proud of, right? That doesn't show us in our full self, our highest self. So the Ho'oponopono mantra is a mantra that you can use with yourself or with somebody else to support you in healing so that you can step into your full power. So the prayer, it's a 4-part mantra, prayer, whatever word you want to use for it. And it's, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. And so let's say, for example, you've been having issues with a friend, right? And you weren't speaking your truth to your friend, or you had an issue with a friend, whatever the thing may be.
Let's go with, let's do this. Let's go with family, because we're coming into the holidays.
Yeah.
And boy, we can get triggered left and right with that lovely family. Yeah.
So let's say, for example, you aren't stepping into your full power with your family, and you're not speaking your truth when you come to the table with your family. And so then you're saying, oh man, what's wrong with me? I can't stand up to anyone, or pointing fingers at, mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever it may be. What you can actually do is sit in meditation, and you can, before you have a conversation with your family member, you can sit there and you can do the Ho'oponopono mantra. Close your eyes with the intention of healing your relationship with the family member, as well as healing your relationship with yourself. And, if you're not speaking your truth in that situation, and you literally sit with the prayer, and you sit with the feelings or the mantra, and you literally say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you.
And that not only, I'm sorry, and thank
No,
you.
go
But
ahead.
what it does, I want you guys to hear this and what Jess is saying, because there is a massive message of you taking your power back, you taking ownership, you taking responsibility and accountability, because there was something in you that got triggered.
Mhm.
It's not them. Yes, there could be a toxic relationship, whatever the adjective is that you're going to describe it. The relationship in itself is habituated.
Mhm.
Whatever that habit is, screaming, fear, diminish, whatever that is, you take ownership of that, and you have a mantra that says, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. That is a self-love mantra.
Mhm.
And it's all about accountability and responsibility for your own actions in the said relationship or conversation.
Yeah. And also, it's not taking over responsibility for what that person
yes,
did either.
good
It's
point.
not saying, oh, it's my fault that this person's
No.
treating me this way. It's taking responsibility for your half, your
part. Yes.
in this.
Yes.
And when you can actually meet yourself with love and soften, oftentimes you'll show up differently. There will be a shift in the way that you show up.
Oh, hands
Because
down. Yeah.
instead of being on that defense, you feel safe and in love to be able to show up in a different way and go, after I do this for myself, let's say it was something with a parent, like with my mom, and I sit down, let's say we had a fight, and I go through this mantra, then afterwards I really think about and sit with, how do I want to show up differently the next time? Do I need to breathe in order to make it through the yelling match? Do I need to remove myself? How can I show up differently so that I can be more in my power and also be connected to that love, be connected to that stream of love? So
what's coming up for me, and you've done the C2C class, right? That
Mhm.
if you guys are new, it's craziness to clarity, because we have a lot of craziness and we have a lot of fears and doubts and all that stuff. So I named it C2C, which is craziness to clarity. First and foremost, above any of this, it's awareness that you're even doing said thing or having said reaction, and then getting really clear on how you're going to choose to show up. And I use the language show up, and there's been multiple times where I've been in conversations with men or women, and some are like, what do you mean show up? I don't get that. And that was a question to me. I'm like, oh, really? You don't? Because I'm vulnerable in saying that, because I'm like, really? You don't? And it's genuine. And I'm like, really? And I look at that and I go, oh, maybe it's just because of the work that I'm doing. It's how you show up, folks. So getting really clear on how you want to show up in the relationship, whether it's a professional or personal or an intimate relationship, getting really clear and owning that. What are my two buzzwords?
authentic and genuine.
Authentic and genuine. Because and kids, Benny would probably attest to this, kids are a phenomenal and the other word, radar reader. If you are not genuine and authentic in front of those kids, they're going to keep testing you and testing. And I use that as a profound example for me, because I had 3 teenage girls that would always be my petri dish of triggers. And taking responsibility and not taking things personal. But yeah, it's difficult. I don't know where I was going with that, but
I think when you said, like, what does it mean to show up? What does
show
it
up?
mean
Yes,
to show up? And like how you show up, right? Are you on the defensive when you show up? Are you?
And how do you want to? It's the clarity of how you want to show up.
Yeah, like I want to be able to show up in this relationship, and it's a great time to start really thinking about that, especially for the holidays. Like, how do you want to show up with your family? Do you want to show up and be in a place of love, even if that there's been some challenges in the past with your family members? How do you want to show up? And then from there, that's how we can learn to set our boundaries too, because our nervous system, so nervous system meaning when my anxiety gets triggered or my frustration gets triggered, or I go into anger or whatever it may be, you can start to learn what your own limits are. And then what you need when you do get triggered, when you do get angry, when you do get frustrated, you can really start to say to yourself, okay, I know that when I'm sitting at the table and I'm around my family for X amount of time, and somebody says this type of thing or this type of thing or that type of thing, I know I get triggered. And my trigger is I get really angry. I know anger is going to come up. So how do I want to start looking at that differently? What am I going to do for myself? Am I going to go to the bathroom and take 5 deep breaths? Am I going to go for a walk around the block? Am I going to actually say something? Am I going to address it beforehand so that I can show up from a place of love, from a place of gratitude, from a place of authenticity, because I desire to have a relationship with this family member? So I think it's important.
Wait, I gotta advocate for him, because you just said something super important. If I choose to have a healthy relationship, if I choose to have that said relationship with that family member, with that, whatever it is, because that's another clarity. Mm-hmm. If it's somebody that you're like, not so much, love and bless them. And audience, you have the permission. And I remember having that conversation with myself. You have the permission to say no. You have the permission to go, yeah, that's not working for me. And that's okay. Yeah. And it's not about making the other person wrong or shaming them. It just is. Mm-hmm. And without going into this whole list of things that I have clarity on, but you're not providing for me. It's not about them providing for you. It's about what is important to me, Sue, or the individual. Did I explain that correctly?
I mean, I think it starts exactly with that. It's, what do you want? Mm-hmm. What do you desire? Do you desire to have a relationship with such said person? Yep. Or do you desire to not have a relationship with said person? I think that's probably the most important thing, first and foremost, is starting with choice. What do you choose for yourself?
Done.
Yeah.
Self-love. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about Ho'oponopono.
Yep.
I said it correctly.
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono.
I watched a YouTube video where somebody said, it was like, Ho'oponopono or something like that. I was like, no, I don't think that's how you say it. But I'm also not, I'm not like an expert on Ho'oponopono, but it's something that I have used a lot. And I've even seen, and I'm probably going to butcher this a little bit, but where this came from was there was a psychologist who went into one of like the highest, I want to say there was just like the most mentally ill prisoners of. Yes. Yeah. And I'm getting distracted.
I'm sorry. I was trying to do the video on Instagram, and I've got too many things going on.
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing as I'm trying to talk in my brain.
And now you know how I feel, because I've got YouTube, I've got live radio.
I'm trying not to look at Benny at the same time.
But we love our Benny.
I'm get distracted. But basically, there was a psychologist. He was a Hawaiian psychologist. He went into a correctional facility or a high security prison with really, really mentally ill patients. They were super, super sick. And he started to they asked him to do therapy with these clients or with these partners. And he was like, I'm not going to do traditional therapy. I'm going to sit with their charts. Yeah. Instead, he would sit with each person's chart every day, and he would do the Ho'oponopono prayer. And he would sit with the intention of healing that patient, healing that prisoner. And they started to get better.
And they were using it as well.
I don't think they were.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
Oh, I think
he was just literally holding their chart, feeling the energy of the person, and doing the Ho'oponopono prayer. And they started to find that these prisoners were getting better through intention and through prayer. And eventually the whole prison ward, I think, shut down as a result.
Yeah.
Because everyone got better. And again, you can heal a relationship with a family member with this. I do this with people. I've been doing this over the past month, and I've found that my relationships have actually improved with certain people in my life as a result of using this prayer as well.
Brilliant. So if you guys are just tuning in, this is Sue Lundquist, and that's Miss Jess Bubbico, and we have the famous Benny Mathers on studio. We have been talking, the top of the hour, we were talking about your power. You have free will. You have the free will to make those choices, getting clear on what those choices are and how you're going to show up in the world. And I was talking, it's always fascinating and exciting for when Jess and I do this, or any of the shows really, and I'm pulling cards, or we're pulling cards, because there's always this over umbrella theme. And I started off talking out of intuition about standing in your power and all that. And then of course, Jess pulls a complete different card that we were talking about. And the card is surrender to your power.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small, diminishing yourself. So what that says to me, where are you finding that you diminish yourself? For me, one of my things, if I am scared, insecure, not feeling loved, supported, if that energy is not authentic and genuine, I diminish. I get quiet and I'm like, okay, see you later. Stage left. Mentally, physically, energetically, I'm like, boop, I shut down. So I'm in full awareness of that.
Mm-hmm.
So when there's people in front of me that are really important, that relationship, and I feel something. However, now with those relationships, I know I have safety in those relationships. So if I know that I got triggered by you, I'd be like, oh girl, I just got triggered. And you'd be like, all right, girl, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, it's just a conversation. So with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're still talking new perspective, new thoughts, new ideas, and new you with your host, Sue Lundquist. Go to SueLundquist.com to get more information. Of course, Jess Bubbico. And is it JessBubbico.com or
JessTheIntuitive.com?
JessTheIntuitive.com. We'll be right back. And for those YouTubers, we're going to pull a card and we're going to probably try and go live on Insta or something like that. All right. We'll be right back, you guys.
All clear.
Thank you.
Gosh, that is an awful picture.
Okay. Do you want me to take that? I thought it was cute. I know you were talking, going like this. Okay.
My brain cannot multitask this morning.
Oh,
no, it's fine. You can leave it.
Okay.
You can leave it.
How do I do video?
Click the house button.
Okay.
Now go up to the upper left. Yep. And then hit live. And then do that. All right, YouTubers. Oh, I like that.
Is it live?
Magic. No, you have to hit it, but we're both kind of like.
That's okay. I'll just kind of go like this. There.
Okay.
Okay, we have to
You
hit
have
live.
to hit live.
Okay, we'll do radio. We'll do it when it's checking connection.
Yay!
Onto the YouTube. We've got Insta. Hi, everybody. Sue Lundquist here with the wonderful Miss Jess Bubbico. We are live radio today, broadcasting internationally, of course, from the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, actually. And the radio station is AM 1150. And then, of course, we're on YouTube live video. And now we are here on Instagram because I was feeling spunky. And look, you are magic. So we are taking calls today, 1-888-298-5569. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody on YouTube. We're like bouncing between. What we should do is put that up here. Is that something we should do?
We can do that. We can try that.
We're going to try that.
Perfect.
Okay. Is it going to stay there?
I think so.
Ah, that's way better. Hi, everybody. Yay. Oh, send some love, Insta. Send some love. We have been talking. We intuitively talked about last night. We were preparing for the radio show today and pulling cards and doing readings. And with us being intuitives, we're like, you know what? Let's wait until tomorrow morning after we've had our sleep because something's going to come up. Something always does. And sure enough, it was all about your own free will, taking our power back and truly, genuinely and authentically, big words for me, standing in responsibility and accountability for your own actions and behaviors, especially now with everything that's going on with the election and the powers that be in the world and everything that's going on. Brothers and sisters, take your power back. So we are on live radio commercial right now. So you guys are actually seeing us sitting here behind the scenes. You want to pull a card, my dear? So you're going to see a bunch of stuff going on. We're going to bet you might hear Benny go, oh, we're going live.
But again, if you want to call in, if you want to have a live reading, especially our friends from Instagram, 1-888-298-5569, 1-888-298-5569.
Which we're coming back right now, ladies. Here we
All
go.
right, we're coming back. All right, we're back on live radio, you guys. All right, we're like literally multitasking. We've got real live radio, which means FCC rules, and I have to watch my language. So Benny and I don't get in trouble. And then, of course, we're on YouTube. If you want to see us on video on YouTube, go there and just literally type in 1150 KKNW, search us out. But do put in the numbers first. I was told by Benny you have to do that. So you can go to YouTube at 1150 and then KKNW. And then, of course, we're live on my Instagram account. And I'm saying hello to everybody. It's crazy that we're all here. And I love it. We're going to have to do this more often.
I know.
The Instagram thing. So we are taking calls. If you want to call in, great. Otherwise, we are chatting about taking your power back. I want a reading, but not sure what this is. First time watching from Mexico. Oh, we got Mexico. We got the UK. Literally, we have a massive internet. It's basically what we're doing is we're pulling cards. We're both intuitive psychics. And today we wanted to give back and gift, which I occasionally do anyways, just to offer our services, to give you a little bit of a love bump or a big love bump because it's super sale. And Miss Bubbico.
The love bumpus.
And I was going to do this. And then somebody told me on Friends
Yeah.
that it doesn't mean the same
Don't
thing.
do that.
Yeah.
No.
So if you want to have a reading, you can, but what we can do is we can pull a card. And as I tell all the live audience and the radio, the YouTube world, the Instagram world, as you listen to this and as we pull cards and our conversation is flowing, there is always a message in what you're hearing. So just take it, take what feels right, take what resonates, and use that to your best ability, right? And before the break, we were talking about awareness, clarity, and getting really clear on how you want to show up. And the word show up has come to question a couple times when I've been in conversation. And it is how you are choosing to show up. Do you choose to show up in love, fear, diminish yourself? Where are you at in all this? Asking yourself that question. Well, where do I diminish myself? Where am I happy? Where do I feel expanded and open? Where do I feel safe? Where do I not feel safe? Asking yourself those questions. And in whether it's a professional or a personal relationship, it's really important. And you know what? You have the permission to say no and love and bless them. And is it swipe left? Swipe right? I don't know. Whoop, swipe.
You're going to swipe left if you're not interested. And you're going to swipe right.
Left is wrong, right is right.
Yeah.
That's how you remember. Left is wrong, right is right. So
Oh.
correct. That's usually how I used to do it.
Used to do it. Oh, really?
Well,
hey, make sure we say used to.
Yeah. I no longer have to swipe.
Oh, Benny, congrats, babe. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank
Yeah. Well, we're two single girls in the house.
you.
And we're
So
having fun.
swipe, swipe, swipe away. Swipe, swipe, swipe.
Swipe, swipe, swipe. Quality.
Swipe.
Right,
Live
not
radio.
quantity. Right.
Oh no, quality, hands down quality. So I'm for those of you, I'm looking at the Instagram and I want to say hi. Okay, convince me. I want a reading. Do I have to ask for something or just let the universe send me a message? You can call in from Mexico. I don't know the 800 number, but how about you pull a card for her for Mexico?
I was gonna say, yeah, we can just
We'll just do it.
We'll just do it
We're
here.
we're gonna do
Perfect.
it right here, right
And again,
now.
if anybody else wants to call in, 1-888-298-5569 if you are in the US and you want to call in, or from somewhere else. I don't know if there's a Mexico number.
No, well, the 1-800, but they can also just type it in here if there's a message they
Okay.
want. My ears are ringing big time. So
Yeah, go
something's
ahead.
going. Whew. Lots of people talking about their power. And lots of people are like, oh, some of that's resonating big time.
Interesting. Well, this makes sense with exactly what we've been talking about. Surrender unhealthy relationships.
I was going to say something to that Mexico,
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
the heart was coming up as I was
Yes.
tuning in and tapping in.
Woo!
So let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people.
Mhm.
You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. And something that was just coming up, I almost accidentally said the wrong thing. But people pleasing, making sure that you're not people pleasing and allowing yourself to really be in your power. And again, choose the relationships that you want to be a part of. It's okay to let things go that have run their course, and that when a season is over, you know, when there's a season that has passed in your life with a relationship or a certain person, allow yourself to let go. And there's a big emphasis on healing the heart, allowing yourself to come into your heart, heal your heart, take care of your heart so that you can.
And that was this morning. It was full power standing in. So for those of you tuning in, I know we just went live on Instagram, but at the top of the hour when we first started the live radio show, it was all about finding your power, stepping into your power, taking accountability and responsibility. And for those of you internationally, we have an international code. So you could do 001 and then the phone number, right?
For Mexico.
Yeah, for Mexico.
The exit code for Mexico is 001-888-298-5569.
Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
You're welcome, love. Did that resonate with you? Let us know. Anybody else want us to pull a card? Let us know. Of course, you can call in locally at 1-888-298-5569. And even more locally, 425-373-5527. I am Sue Lundquist, SueLundquist.com. This is Miss Jess Bubbico with website, please.
JessTheIntuitive.com.
Yes. And tell them your gifts, my love. So the new people on Insta.
Yes, I'm an intuitive medium, and I call myself an intuition educator, and I support people in stepping into the full truth of who they are.
All right. For those of you that can see me, yes, I'm putting glasses on because I have to go from regular to HD. So for those of you, I was going to ask about love in my life. Yay!
Check that out.
Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Yes. Okay. So did you get the message? Oh, that was beautiful. And get really clear on how you want to show up and what those relationships look like for you. Do you want to feel safe? Do you want to have passion? Do you want to have security? Do you want X, Y, not even want, because want's a lower vibration. I desire and deserve X, Y, Z. Request to be on your live video. Danny! We got Italy on the look. Oh my God. Hi, honey. Oh, give each other big hugs. I don't know. How do you do the video thing?
You just view requests.
Okay. But how am I going to do that and manage the radio show?
Yeah. I think, Danny, it's better to call in would be what I would say.
I don't know if he's.
Or ask a question.
Hi, ask a question, babe, because I've got like 5 things going on here and I don't know how I'm new. Bear with me, my loves. Okay, so today we're all the umbrella about taking your power back, wherever that is in your life, getting really clear on what that looks like, relationships, business, anything, getting really clear on how you want to show up and then how you're going to then back that up, how you're going to foster that relationship within yourself. And then we talked about this beautiful, beautiful mantra, and you're going to say it because
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono, yes. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. That is so powerful, and really genuinely and authentically go into that mantra for yourself and or the other person. And you can do it to the other person. They don't even have to know about it. Just get genuinely in that love. And you hear me talk about the C to C's. That's where I was going earlier with the C to C course. Having compassionate curiosity for self and others. And that's what this says to me. And it's compassionate curiosity, the CCs in life. And I'm taking ownership. I'm 100%. That was another thing that came to mind was years ago, there was a psychotherapist that I was talking to, and we were having this conversation about relationships. And it's not about taking 50% ownership. Yeah. It's taking 100% of ownership in the relationship. There may be times within the relationship that I'm at my wit's end. I don't know. So maybe you got to take a little bit more, but there's this, and again, there's the teeter-totter, the balancing act. Regardless of all of that, take 100% accountability and responsibility for your own actions and behavior and what you bring to whatever the relationship is. This mantra helps you with fostering self-love and doing that and keeping your own personal power. Again, that's the theme of today's show. And the last card that we pulled, I've also got a fox card.
And
Coolest,
Megan's
yeah.
here.
Hi, Megan. Danny, I wanted to say hi. You guys wave, send us some love. Oh, I love it. We're going to have to keep doing the Instagram. Maybe after the radio show, we should take a couple minutes and see how everybody's doing.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we are live on regular radio, terrestrial radio. We're also on YouTube. If you want to see us on video on YouTube, you can go to YouTube and just type in 1150 KKNW every Tuesday morning from 8 to 9 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. And of course, if you want a copy of the show, if you came on, got a reading, whatever that is, go to SueLundquist.com and just put, I think you just punch on or tap on the gratitude image of me or something like that. Anyways, the theme, the underlining, the overarching theme is personal power, taking your power back. And if that's resonating for you, then I highly, highly suggest that take some time, take a minute and get really clear on what that looks like for you and how you're choosing to show up and where you're not showing up, because that's just as important, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So what are we going to do, Ben?
Well, I was going to say, for anybody on Instagram, again, one more time, 1-888-298-5569. Again, 1-888-298-5569. And if you'd like a card pulled for you, you can go ahead and let us know.
Yes. Florence loves you and is grateful to see and hear you. Hi, Florence. I love you. I was just talking about you guys and I was, I love you guys. And do you like my little glasses? Yes, I'm going from regular to HD. And for those of you listening on the radio, what I'm doing is I'm looking at Colette Baron Reid's Spirit Animal Oracle cards. And the fox has come up for us today. And it's all about thinking on your feet. Can you guys see that? So again, I want to remind all of you, when you're just tuning in, if you're listening to the radio show live, you've got us on YouTube or on Instagram, and you're just coming in, take what resonates with you. Some of this may not, and that's okay. But the overarching, you saw what I was trying to do. The overarching message of what we are communicating today, and the powers that be, Gus, whatever, is taking your power back and getting really clear on what that looks like. So we're pulling cards and it's validating that left and right. Let's see what the fox spirit has to say. Think on your feet. Be alert now, for the fox spirit has appeared and you are meant to move swiftly. What?
There's a caller ready. Okay.
Oh, a caller. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, but Sue can finish up. Go ahead,
okay.
Sue. Yeah.
All right.
No rush.
Let this clever spirit draw out your creativity as you adjust to rapidly changing circumstances with resilience, grace. Oh, I love this. And astuteness. Fox helps you to think on your feet using your best judgment and wits to help you slip into a more adventurous situation. Now, even with that, get really clear on how you want to show up and what that looks like, you guys. Again, there it is. Finding your power. All right, we are going to take a quick call. For those of you, again, 1-888-298-5569. And of course, if you're calling from Mexico, the code is 001-888-298-5569. Locally, 425-373-5527. Caller, hi, this is Sue.
That'd be Sim.
Sim.
No, I'm Sue.
Yeah, and that's Sim. I know, but they don't know who they are. Sue, you have to tell them who they are.
Sorry, too much going on, Betty. Bear with me, babe. Sim, hi.
Hi.
How are you, love?
A card.
Did you have a question?
Could you pull a card? Is there anything? What should I ask? Am I supposed to ask something?
Well, it's all about you just tapping in, and we can just pull a card, and whatever the message is for you, that's what you're meant to hear. How does that sound?
That one keeps popping up.
Sounds wonderful.
Interesting.
Okay.
Read that one.
All right.
Pull one here. We'll both, Sim and Jess, hey, we'll both pull a card for you. So Sue's going to pull from Colette Baron Reid's card deck. And I'm going to pull from another card deck that I don't have the name of, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all about your drugs. Anyways, yeah. For those of you on live radio, we have just obviously we've just taken a call, but for those of you on YouTube, that's what we're doing. We're bouncing in between We're
Go
bouncing
ahead.
between Instagram and YouTube. And what we're doing is we're taking calls if that's something that you want to do. And today the overarching theme is all about taking your power back, personal relationships, business, and the world environment right now, really taking your power back. And this Ant Spirit card has popped up a few times this morning, and I'm going to read it. Oh my gosh, I love this. All right, here it is for those of you live on Insta and then YouTube. I'm trying to find my camera. There it is. How's that, Benny? Good. Okay, the Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. I love this. When Ant Spirit comes to visit you, it's time to celebrate the benefits of working in partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Massive message for all of us today. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the ones you have with Spirit, whatever Spirit is defined for any of you, right? Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused, awake, aware, focused on co-creating your reality, your intended outcome. You hear language like that when I'm coaching or talking as well. Get really clear on your intended outcome. And this is with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation, mantras, getting really clear and having that awareness of what that looks like and how you're showing up in the world. Have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation and keep on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners. I love that. Can be very helpful. So with the Ant Spirit, it's collaboration, you guys. And you know what? With the collaboration as well, it's okay to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
But finding that person, those people that you genuinely and authentically trust and feel safe with.
Yes.
Big words, right?
Yeah. And Sim, the other card that came up that I just pulled for you is be open to miracles occurring in your life. It's called surrender to miracles. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen.
Sim, how does that resonate, love?
Wow, that sounds wonderful.
How is that resonating in your life right now?
I'll do my best to use what I can. What do you call it? The meditation I still don't know how to do, but I'm working on it. Every day I sit and I do my best.
Well, that's wonderful. Meditation can be walking, it could be gardening, and just starting the practice of calming your nervous system down. That is what we want. That's what your body wants, just to have yourself calming your nervous system down, because it's there reminding you of the past, right? It's going tick, 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 tick. I'm reminding you of the past fear, a past something. It's the past. We're going to get rid of that backpack, right? Doesn't serve you. It literally doesn't serve you anymore. How does that feel, Sam?
Yeah, I'm not very good at remembering the past. I pretty much do what's now. It's hard for me to think of anything else.
Good.
Awesome.
Good example for everybody else around you. Thank you for that. Any other questions, love? We're going to wrap it up in just a minute. Oh, we got Megan. Okay, thank you, Sim. All right, we've got, is it Megan or Megan?
It's Megan from Everett.
Megan.
Hi, Megan. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Hi. How are you?
How are you? I'm
Good,
good. I'm just
good.
driving stuck in traffic, so perfect timing.
Are you on your way back from work?
I'm on my way to work.
To work. Okay. Well, we're going to pull some cards for you today. So, hang on.
Awesome.
Just breathe in. I'm actually going to pull from a different deck. Do you want to pull one from yours too?
Well, the deck I'm looking for is, where is it? Message from Spirit.
Oh, they're in the other room.
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't
Sorry.
put them back, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I'm being guided to pull something and it's in the other room.
I can go and grab it. All right, Megan, I think you've probably seen this deck before, but I'm pulling from the Goddess Oracle deck, which is one of my favorites. And the card that came up for you today is Boundaries. Durga, boundaries. Setting boundaries. But what's really interesting about this card as I'm looking at it, it's also there's an emphasis on setting, like pointing your arrow in the direction that you desire to go, tuning into your feminine, tuning into your intuition to help to guide you there, and being sure to set boundaries almost like in this 360-degree rotation around you, of looking all around you and going, if this is what's important to me and this is where I'm headed, where do I need to just be very mindful of my energy, places where I'm unknowingly giving my energy away, or where I am, I'm not, where do I need to set my boundaries so I can really continue to head in the direction that I want to go in with my intuition in mind and my personal power, that that solar plexus energy, that personal power energy in mind.
And another one came through, if I could. We've got just a couple more minutes before we've got to end the live radio show. For those of you on Instagram, just stay. We're going to have a little bit more fun and do some more readings. Live radio for those of you tuning in, you can go to SueLundquist.com, and of course, Jess the Intuitive, right? .com.
Yeah.
For more information and to get copy of the show. So if you got a reading. So I pulled from what
Sacred Rebels.
Yeah,
deck.
Sacred Rebels deck, which is another one of my favorites. It's super, super juicy. And this one is what is already with you. Again, accountability, responsibility, and your own personal power. You hold in your hands that which you seek. Did you hear that? So, so powerful. And you got that? Yeah. In other words, where did my spot go? In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around in the house for are sitting on top of your head. Oh my God, I've done that. That's a great analogy. Did you guys hear that analogy? So there's things that are sitting right in front of you, slowing down, taking a breath, looking at the little things and just really, and the fox did kind of the same thing. Look at your surroundings, think on your feet, taking your power back. That's the whole theme of today's show. The healing process, I'm going to just kind of jump into the healing process because I think that's where we needed to go. Hug yourself by wrapping your arms around your body. Can you summon the love for yourself? Feel what comes up for you when you do this. Do you think it's silly? Do you resist it? Ask yourself those questions. And why do you think it's silly or you're resisting it? And then do it anyways. Right? Love on yourself. Again, a whole under or overlaying, overbridging, whatever that word is I keep messing up on. It's all about taking your power back and having that self-love. How is that, Miss Megan? And the world?
I love it. I love it all.
Beautiful.
Love it. Beautiful messages for today. Thank you to all of our callers that called in on live radio. Benny, thank you so much for making sure that we had all of our callers. We're about 3 minutes on live radio, and then YouTube will go away and then live radio go away. But for those of you on Instagram, we're going to just talk a little bit more after that because we're having way too much fun and that's what we do. All of this, again, for those of you tuning in just now, again, what we've been talking about, take what resonates with you. If there's things in there that don't. It just is what it is. But again, the biggest message here, intuitively, I was tapping into, and then we're just going with what the powers that be, the messages that we're given, whether it's the fox, whether it's, who's that? Durga, a goddess, the sacred rebel cards, the spirit cards, the animal cards. It's all a modality. It's just a message, you guys. So I would say, don't turn your cheek to it because there are so many powerful messages in it. Have the faith to believe in the message. And the message could come from merely, you're driving and you hear a song and you're like, oh, I was just thinking of my dad. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have that trust in self, right? We got about 2 minutes. What do you want to end with, love?
It's a great question. You are magic. I just keep getting, I don't know why this morning, I just keep getting called back to the Ho'oponopono prayer and just really taking time to be compassionate with yourself and to recognize that you can really change the energy of a situation by through intention. and through sending beautiful healing energy.
Genuine and authentic intention.
Yeah.
Big words, right?
Yeah.
Especially as empaths and intuitives, when you know that there's a meter that it's not so true.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we're going to end the live radio show. For those of you on Instagram, hang tight. We're going to come play a little bit more. You're going to see a little bit behind the scenes as we wrap everything up. For those of you on terrestrial live radio and the YouTube world, again, 1150 KKNW. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. To our callers, Sim and Megan, thank you so much for calling in. For all of you, you got free will. Take accountability and responsibility for your own actions, behaviors, get really clear on what that looks like, how that feels, how you're going to show up personally and professionally, and go kick some booty. All right. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. You can go to SueLundquist.com, get on the newsletter. We'll get you some juicy information that way. Until next time, each of you are a gift. Get out there and share yourself with the world.